I am Rita Gamil, and you are Doug Bailey.
Correct.
First of all, thank you so much for taking this time to speak with me.
No problem.
You are a member of Cypress City Council, correct?
Correct.
Okay. What? Again, I have worked and lived in Cypress 19 years.
All right.
And I don't really know exactly what a council member does. Can
Well,
you explain a little bit?
Yeah. The city of Cypress is a city that is governed by a council manager form of government.
Okay.
Okay, so what that means is the citizens elect 5 individuals to serve on the city council, and then the city council hires a city manager.
Okay.
So there's no strong mayor, right? It's not like a mayor who runs it, so it's a city council that runs the city, and then they hire a city manager, and then the city council every year chooses one of them to serve as mayor.
Okay. So it's part of that.
So rotate, yeah. So most cities, like with less than 100,000 people, you know, are made up of that nature. So if you know, Orange County actually for 2.2 million people has like 35 cities, which is kind of weird, but that's the way it is. So most of these little cities in Orange County are structured that way. You know, outside of course, like an Anaheim or, you know, Huntington Beach, you know, where they directly elect the mayor, and then, you know, that mayor would have to be proficient enough to run a city, you know, whereas, you know, most cities just elect a council. So that's kind of how that works.
That's what it works. Now, how is Cypress different than any other cities?
Well, it's a good question. It's, you know, in a number of different ways. I think probably one of the main things that sets Cypress apart from a lot of cities in Orange County, especially ones our size, you know, right around 50,000 people, is the fact that we're a very business-friendly city. Now, everybody claims that, right? Everybody, we're business-friendly, you know, okay. But what Cypress does is they don't have a planning commission. So if you want to put in a business in Cypress, it goes directly to the Cypress City Council. And that city council at one meeting will make a decision to approve or deny your request, or, you know, recommend efforts to you to mitigate any issues that, you know. So there's not this drawn out 2-step process where it goes from you know, your project goes into a planning commission, and then the planning commission with their 7 people or whatever, you know, have meetings on it, and then they kick it up to the city council who starts the process all over again.
Okay.
We don't have that. So it's, you know, very easy for us, you know, functionally to bring in a business. But then structurally, we also do something that most other cities don't do. We have a brace and an agent program. So we have a very active system in place for businesses to interact with the city through brace and agent, so that these businesses, you know, can interact with one another. And as a result of that, we have a very diverse tax base. So we're not, you know, all of our tax revenues don't come from property taxes, or, you know, some cities, most of them come from sales taxes, or some cities, most of them come from business taxes. So it's really kind of a third. So we have this diverse tax base, and, you know,
That's what I was going to ask you, because Cypress, we have Costco, we have Yamaha, we have Mitsubishi. What is the, for Cypress residents, what does that mean to them? So I guess what you were saying with the taxes, that helps, or what is the advantage?
Yeah.
Is that what you were referring to?
The taxes, right. Businesses are very nice components of any town, because they bring in a lot of revenue in the form of taxes, and their employees, you know, shop in your shops, eat in your restaurants, but then they get home and they get in their cars and go home at night. So they're not, you know, some of them live there, but, you know, so they're not drawing a lot on the city resources, you know, so that they're a nice component to have. So that whole Catella corridor is very, you can see it's well kept, nice setbacks, and
it is definitely. It's always kept nice, and
but that's how we've probably been able to attract these Fortune 500 companies. Is we've got a very strong history of tight interaction with our businesses. You know, we go we go lobby on their behalf
Okay.
to Sacramento or Washington. You know, if there's some, like there was a company in town that wanted to increase their, and they needed a backup generator, but the state, you know, wouldn't give them one because they all got to be green, or there was something pending, and so we're able to help them out with that.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, we're very business friendly, and that helps with the stabilize the revenues and the sales tax, and because of that, you know, the streets are nice. They're the best rated in the county, and they're all A rated, so it's a nice place to live. And then people buy homes, and you know, so it's all kind of trickles down from there.
That's true. Now, why would you want to be part of it, part of the city council?
You know, that's a good question. I think I've been on the council for 6 years. At the time, I was president of Rotary and president of the Boys and Girls Club. And you know, a lot of people asked me to run for city. I didn't want to do it. A lot of people asked me to run for it. You should do it. You should do it. And at the time, while we didn't have a planning commission in place, and it would, you know, so the mechanism was easy to move a business into the city of Cypress. There wasn't this organized effort outside of the Chamber of Commerce to something more directly a link between the city hall and I knew there was a need for that, so kind of set that up. And so you know, I was kind of asked basically
To do it.
by a lot of people.
And you have lived in Cyprus for, I don't know, how many years has it been now?
16.
16?
No. I moved into Cypress in 1992, so 21 years.
Wow. Now, why did you choose to live in Cyprus and raise, you know, the family there? What was?
Well, I at the time I got a job at Merrill Lynch, and they were in over by Spaghettini's, right in Seal Beach over there in the Bixby building. So I was looking for a home, and the one I found was in South Cyprus, on Java Street.
Okay.
You know, all that neighborhood right in there. So I just went in and got on Lamson and drove right down to the Bixby building. So it was pretty convenient.
Close by.
And then I decided to buy that home where I'm at right now, over on Juanita. So that's what brought me to Cypress.
That's
Convenience.
What Convenience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Again, thank you for the opportunity, and
No sweat.
keep up the great job you guys are doing there.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you.